All right, Big Man, today is Wednesday. It is September 6th. Welcome to the Dog Walk, presented by Barstool Sports. Here we are, Free Swim Wednesday. We are back. We're recording a day before, obviously. Feels like a very hungover Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, long weekend. It always is. The Tuesday is the
Everybody's
worst.
mourning the end of summer. You went out with a bang. That's why you're having a hard time.
I really am.
Yeah.
I'm really struggling.
Struggle
right
bus.
now. That's tough. But no one's
just
gonna.
Too much golf, a few Millers,
Yeah.
just boating, floating in the pool.
But like I said,
it wears you out.
I know.
Yeah. Vacation wears you out.
You got to get caught up on sleep.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things. And I'm an idiot and going to the Cubs game today.
I'll be right there with you.
I know.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Can you test out the theory that the beer bat fits in the cup holder hole?
We tested it. It worked.
I'll be sitting next to this moron.
Oh, really?
So I will. I will call it all out, every moment of it. I'll film it, the whole thing for you.
We already got. I don't know why you take this. This is like the thing where you of all the things Dave has done, things that have gone on in this office. The thing that gets under your skin is me saying that the cup holder fit.
It's just such a bizarre.
I believe that was mid-show.
assumption.
Can you set that stage?
Yeah. So when we went to opening day, we saw those beer bats, and I was like, I think they'll fit in the cup holder. And you like had a conniption about that idea. So I had never been able to find them for sale. I finally found one. They're over by like the Vienna beef hot dogs over there in right field. Got one, and I got it to fit in the cup holder with beer in it just fine.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it is.
It requires a certain amount to be left, and it wasn't fitting within the hole. But regardless, #Danny was right. # for once.
But it did fit. It balanced there.
So. #. You guys have a good weekend? Anything eventful?
I am sad to report that I had the drunkest Saturday I've had probably in years.
Why are you sad to report this?
Because I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that game.
Because you're going to be feeling it till Friday, probably.
I'm still feeling it. What happens with me now is that if I have a day like that, I will get like genuinely sick like 3 days later.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm up against the clock right now.
You're due for a sickness.
I'm due for it to be, yeah.
And we're going to Boulder this weekend. You might get some altitude sickness.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
I'm a mountain man at heart.
I'm concerned about that too.
What? The altitude sickness?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll hit you.
I've flown in and out of Denver.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to.
Well, I've told that story about Red Rocks where there was people working out there, and I just, there was no concert or anything. It was just like probably 10 o'clock in the morning, and all these people were like running the steps of Red Rocks. And this is when I was like 23, 24, maybe even younger. And I was younger actually. And I sprinted to the top of the amphitheater like most people are doing. You just ran up, did the stairs, got to the top, puked everywhere. So instant, like just got to the top, took one deep breath, and then it all came out.
Yeah, I'm concerned. We'll have to take some brick sauce to the stadium.
Some preventative measures.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
No, it's a real thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it takes you a few days because I did skiing in Colorado. Was it March? In February, March, and like just the walk from the hotel room to breakfast, I was like, like gasping, wheezing because and by like the third day there, I was okay.
And you're such a Colorado guy too.
I love it. Barstool Boulder. We should just stay out there. Everyone moved here. We'll just keep moving west. Keep moving west.
You've never been? You said?
I haven't been.
Sorry. That's surprising.
Why? You think I'm one of those people?
Yeah.
I hate to put you in that box. I hate to put you in that box. But however, I could see you and the boys like wanting to take like a little
dank
stoner
trip.
Yeah. Smoke some dank nugs on the road.
All the boys have went. I just never could.
No.
Because of work usually. But now we're going forward. Tables turn.
Yeah, so we'll be at the Colorado-Nebraska. I'm excited though. It's
it'd be
kind of
great.
sick. This is like Colorado's got all eyes on them.
Yep. This used to be like the day after Thanksgiving, like classic Colorado, Nebraska, and like when we were kids, or when I was a kid at least, and that was like you usually had like national, like this was like a huge game back in the day, national championship implications. Now it's our poor boy Will Compton just
getting dragged.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I'm recuperated by then, which I'm sure I will.
I don't think you will be.
I honestly don't know if I will be either. I feel like shit right now.
And then it's a 6 a.m. flight out of Denver on Sunday. So we had a party on Saturday.
And it's game day. We got the fucking
Packers.
Packers.
Yeah.
I need to put the face paint on. Was at Soldier Field today. It was nice to be back.
Get you buzzed?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It honestly did.
Because it's game week. It's like crazy that it's here now.
It is crazy that NFL's here. And it's just, there's nothing like it. It just consumes everybody's lives.
Yeah. The whole country shuts down.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
So I always wondered about, like, how do people get through the year if you don't like sports? Like, what do you watch? Because that's kind of how I exist in the summer. Like, I've been watching the Cubs. I've been enjoying the Cubs. It's been fun. They've been good. But it bores me a little bit. I'm not like the biggest baseball guy. I watch it because there's nothing else. If you didn't watch sports and then you're looking for something to watch or do, like, there's just nothing. How do you live your life that way?
I think October's easy, right? And I
October's
think
got it all.
Well, here's the thing.
Pumpkin.
I'm going to walk you through what I think someone does if they don't watch football.
Okay.
September, you could still tell yourself it's still summer. Because the weather's still nice. There's still things to do.
But what are you doing?
Probably what you're doing, apple picking, pumpkin.
No,
Yes.
if you're pretending it's summer and it's a weeknight,
You're still hitting the beach. You're still hitting the boardwalk. You're still, wherever you live, like, you're still doing shit like that.
Yeah, new things in the city open during the fall.
Yeah.
oh, see, I feel like, I don't know, you might do that stuff on the weekends for summer, but
Weekends. Yeah, I'm talking weekend. Like,
but I'm saying, like, it's Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night. You got work in the morning. Nobody's going out. If you're a sports fan, you can watch a game, and that just takes you until bed.
We're talking football specifically, because obviously baseball is a different story.
But I'm applying that to hockey, everything. Like, once those sports hit, like, you have things to do. You have plans. Like, oh, what are you doing? I'm watching the game.
Maybe you're trying some new pumpkin beers, that new fall ale.
Yeah, like October's easy.
October's great.
You're popping Hocus Pocus. You're doing
13 Nights of Halloween on
yeah,
ABC Family,
exactly.
artist formerly known as.
I get bored with that, I think.
You're trying every fucking latte they got that's pumpkin spice. You're trying every pumpkin beer they got. You're going every pumpkin patch. You're rating the pumpkin patches.
I feel like you're
going to fucking. I think in an alternate world, like, that should be a bet. There should be, like, no sports October for you, and I think you'd be just fine.
Me?
Yes.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, it might lose your job, but
Yeah. How would I afford all these pumpkin patches?
It'd be.
I mean, I'll get down with the farmer's market. I don't know how many pumpkin patches I could go to.
Wait, text Dave. We'll pay for them all.
Yeah.
It'll be nice and funded by him.
going off what we did this weekend, I had an interesting dilemma Thursday.
Ooh.
So I get home probably like 10:30 at night. I'm exhausted, but I'm starving. So I order Uber Eats. And for the record, I had never got anything delivered to my apartment because now I'm living in a high rise. And if I have to go down to the lobby and get it, I might as well be ordering pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And so I order it. I'm struggling to stay awake for like a half hour. And I look at my phone and I get a Citizens app notification saying man with knife 100 feet away. And it had my intersection. So I'm like, oh, let me check on the status of this Uber driver. And it says he is 4 minutes away. So I'm like, all right, let me put a shirt on. We got a problem here. And so I look at the app and it seems like he, speaks English because the language barrier here would be fatal. All he would recognize is man, knife, panic. And so I call him. I'm like, hey, I see you're close. Might want to take a lap. There's allegedly a guy with a knife outside. And he's like, what do you mean? Like, you saw him? I was like, I got Citizens app notification. He didn't really know what that was. And then it turns into, he was like, did you call the cops? And I'm like, well, I'm assuming that the cops have been notified if it's on the Citizen app notification, but I don't know that.
Yeah, you can't confirm that at all.
And so I'm like, well, I'm not going to call the cops. I think it should be cleared up pretty quickly. Surely the man with the knife, this issue will be settled within the next 4 minutes.
You don't linger with a knife.
Right.
Yeah.
And if Citizen app knows about it, I'm sure
gone.
the police know about it and everything too. But then he was kind of just like panicking. He's like, what do I do? I said, just like, hold still. Hold your ground for a little. Wait for this all to clear up. And he kind of just wasn't getting it.
Stand by.
Yes.
Stand by.
And he was like, can you check? And I was like, well, I'm not getting my throat slit. And also I'm 20 plus floors up. Like, I can't just open the door and be like, yep, no man with a knife here. But then I go downstairs because I could see that he's here. I don't know what he's doing. He's just outside with my order. And I asked the front desk, I'm like, hey, is there a man with a knife still outside? And she's like, was there one before? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, probably. And I go, okay. And then I go outside, check both ways, see if there was a man with a knife. No man with knife in sight. And then I just hear, Daniel. And yeah, everything. No one died. But did I perform proper etiquette, alerting my Uber driver that, hey, you might get murdered if you come to the place where I just invited you?
You went above and beyond.
Right?
I think so.
A lot
too.
of assholes wouldn't have done that.
It was on my, it's like blood on my hands, though. I feel like you invited someone over and there's someone just walking around with a machete or a scythe outside of the
Is
doors.
it blood on your hands?
Yeah, that's like if there's a parade or a marathon and you have them deliver and you don't give the guy a heads up, that's fucked up too.
No, but then it's like, hey, like I ordered Uber Eats, but people are getting carjacked all the time in Chicago now, and like, is that on you too? Is every potential crime is on you? People are getting carjacked all the time.
See, the great part is it's only on me because I know because of Citizen app.
I kind of think I've convinced myself that Citizens app is kind of bullshit.
Oh, but
Citizens
app,
we'll get into that shortly.
You could be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go for a nice walk today. Citizens app will be like, there's a hostage situation a block away. I'm like, all right, guess I'll just sit down.
Well, yeah, I mean, not to get dark, but if it was like an active shooter situation,
Yeah, but you would know
gotta
about
tell
that.
the guy.
Active
You know what I
knife
mean?
man.
Yeah, I mean, true, a little different, but
Dude, I don't know about you guys. I kind of assume that every person I see talking to a wall is also armed with a knife. You know, if I see a person who like
Some sort of shiv.
yeah, I give them a wide berth and I don't make eye contact, but I just continue on my day. I would assume the Uber driver or Uber Eats guy would do the same. You see a crazy person, you take a little bit wider walk around, sometimes into the street. We've had some scary ones around here.
It's a matter of ethics and morals, Chief.
yeah, but was it you being a good person or you just wanted your Papa John's? Be honest.
I mean, both, of course.
You weren't willing to
All
risk
right.
your life.
What did you get?
You should have
Can I
been
ask?
like, I'll meet you at the corner.
But I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to a corner. We're both fucked.
He's not going to stab both of you.
One of us got to take the shank.
Yeah, just once.
Were you high?
It's like the golden gun. It's no longer good if after one stabbing.
Yeah. Were you high?
For what it's worth, yes.
So I think
And that
there
did
might
not
have been a
help.
little paranoia involved here.
But see, I've had these talks before, and like my buddy smokes all the time. It doesn't matter. He gets anxiety every time. He could be with me as best friends in the safest place. And I'm like, just convince yourself, you're only freaking out because you are high. But this is a situation where it's like, I'm not freaking out just because I'm high. This normally doesn't happen. I'd be freaking out if I was sober. There's a guy with a knife outside, and I just invited someone over, basically.
all right. So
You would tell your buddy, put it that way. You would 1,000% tell your
I guess
friend.
like I just don't have like
you have to tell
that
your friend.
aversion to I do think the Citizens app is just like that. It's just not all these things can possibly be true. But when I lived on Thomas Street, the block behind me was Campbell. It's Humboldt Park, and there was a time where I woke up to gunshots, and which is Thomas and Campbell, like half a block away.
Mm-hmm.
Police are there, lights are blaring, and I was just like, well, like I'm just gonna go for a walk. Yeah. There was just a shooting there. It was like, and I took the dog and I walked down the steps, and there were like kids talking about the shooting as if maybe they were involved. So I will say that the guy was like, remember when that guy shot me last year? They never found out shit. And I just like pretended like I didn't hear that and just kept on walking.
Wow.
But
That's fair. Like lightning never strikes twice the same spot.
yeah, like what are you gonna like? I don't know. I've felt like it would probably be fine, and I feel like if like that chain of command, however long it takes to get up to the Citizens app, how does that even work? By the way, is it anyone could just report?
Yeah,
something?
right. Does it have to be verified? Like it's true. Well, let's put it this way. I told him as a courtesy, right? Like I'm not jumping in front of the knife for him. But then he kind of went further and was like, "Can you check? Like, are they still there?" And it's like, "Listen, I did my part. Just like arm yourself."
Mm-hmm.
Just give it a wide berth.
And that was my first and maybe last time ordering delivery at a high rise.
What did you get? Can you fill us in
It
on
was
that?
just late night Mexican. There
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
many places
Hmm.
open.
And you didn't text Dave?
For his
What the
burrito
fuck, dude?
dealer?
I should have.
Absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to. Because like I said, if it's your friend, you would give him the same courtesy.
I think I would have to see it with my own eyes. I really do. I do.
I mean, that would require you, like in my situation, going down 20 plus floors, popping your head out, and going back up.
Yeah, but I'd be like, yeah, coast is clear.
Like if I have to get up, I might, like I said, I might as well be ordering pickup.
And you said you have to go down to the lobby every time you get a delivery?
Well, I never had it before, but no, they go up the elevators.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, does that change your food delivery process if you...
Totally.
Yeah, like...
I've seen it left there, and I've seen them go up.
Okay, so you prefer if they come up, obviously.
Sure. Haven't done it yet, but I'm sure you could pick. I'm sure, like, the only time they leave it down in the lobby if someone's not answering.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
I think
if you had to go down in the lobby every time, that would be tough.
I'd be skinny.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You feel so much shit.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be...
So I have been doing... I also have done this thing where I've convinced myself that Indian food must be healthy.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. So, a lot of skinny Indian people out there.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Because they're diarrheaing so much.
Well,
Oh, that's wrong.
Well, I just can't handle it.
You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're fine.
But I feel like you have to have Indian food the first couple times in order for your body to get used to it.
I think that's just an IBS guy take.
This is a bad take, by the way, but continue with it.
What's the movie where he's on a date and he has Indian food and he's just diarrheaing?
Oh, that
Outlaw
was...
Camp Polly.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I really like that movie.
That's what I took it from.
But so that's been my takeout or my Uber Eats order. I've been getting Indian food. I just keep getting fatter. So I don't think that's a healthy option is what I'm trying to get across.
Well,
I think it was just chicken and rice and like tomato sauce.
People say
basically.
the same thing with Chinese food.
Yeah, but that Chinese food, when you eat it, you feel fat.
And there's so much sodium and
Yeah.
all that
And
in
American Chinese food is not Chinese
there.
food.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what they eat for Chinese food in China.
Be interesting
Yeah,
to find out. But I always fight that back with like the sumo guys. Like
they're Japanese though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're on like special diets.
No shit.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I did not. I thought it was just like an Asian culture thing.
No, it's
I know
really
it's-
only Japanese.
I did not know it's
Yeah.
specific to Japan.
Yep, I wrestled one time.
You did?
Yeah, we
Oh,
put the
okay.
picture out there recently.
Really?
Did fine.
Really?
I mean, I lost, but like it was not easy for him. But we could. I think it was in like 2014 or 15, maybe even earlier. But I was just like in jeans and a t-shirt, and the guy's like pushing me, and it like my back. I mean, I'm on my feet, but it just looks like no human body should be able to bend that way. And he was just like pushing me out. But
And why was this a thing?
it was at this. I think I've told about this job I had before, but we put on these different events. It's the time that's how I fell in the river. Was doing the wine tours for like the bachelorette parties. It was a great job, and one of our events was like you'd go to like this place where they teach you how to make sushi, and then all the tables would be positioned around like this big sushi ring, and they would have these 4 sumo wrestler guys come in and like do sumo while you ate your sushi, and then they like asked for volunteers like of regular folk to get in the ring, and I was like, all right, how many times am I gonna have a chance to wrestle a sumo wrestler? So I took them up on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bold.
what an experience.
Yeah, they're large.
Bucket list.
Yeah,
But like, who even thinks of that? Yeah, I'm gonna start a sushi restaurant, but in the middle, there's gonna be
it wasn't even a
sumo wrestling.
sushi
Dinner and a
restaurant. It was like they rented out an event space, set up all these tables. They brought in like sushi chefs to like teach people how to roll their own sushi, and then they had like sake and all these things. And then like once you were done with the cooking, they brought out the sumo guys, and then you watched them wrestle while you
Huh.
ate. Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
I want to see a sumo just in street clothes, how they live everyday life outside the ring.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough.
But I don't think they really wear street clothes.
They probably can't.
They like live in like sumo
They're
communities.
wearing tarps.
Was he oiled up?
I don't really remember any oil.
You went in dry.
I remember they like threw salt all around the ring or threw something around the ring, but I don't remember any.
Was he wearing the thong?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah, the full diaper thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if you had to say, we talked a little bit on the mid show yesterday when you fell over the banister 10
Mhm.
rows down,
Yeah.
or 10 feet down to the section
Something like that.
at Soldier Field. What was a more of an oh shit moment, that or when you fell into the Chicago River off a kayak?
I was so drunk and it happened so quick. It was almost like.
Which time?
Good point. I think the river was probably more of an oh shit, because that, like, I knew what was ahead of me, where it was the same company, okay, but that happened. It was like a 4-hour event.
Mm-hmm.
That falling in the river happened in the first 20-25 minutes.
Were you wearing pants? What was the scene?
I was wearing like khaki shorts and like a t-shirt.
Okay.
So it was, like summertime kind of outfit. But just, so I'm soaked in river water for the next 5 hours.
And you got like a used condom and an Al's beef wrapper on your head coming out of the river.
And it's like, I didn't see it like while I was floating there. I didn't notice any of that stuff. But then as you go along the river, you just notice all, like, you're hyper aware of all the disgusting shit. And I'm like, I was all up in that. And I did see used condoms in there.
Really?
In the river?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People getting down in the canoes.
That's probably you from the 20th floor.
That's funny. They're willing to
slingshotting them down.
Yeah.
Willing to fuck in or near the river, but they're gonna still have safe sex.
Could have been somebody with a nice boat.
Ah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Now that's a good point.
Picked them up at the playpen. Hey, babe.
I saw that video, or that picture of Kanye getting a blowjob on the Venice boat.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's getting investigated by like the Italian FBI now.
Yeah, he's
What
like
a
banned
move.
from those boats.
Yeah.
What a risk for anyone, especially an A-lister.
I don't know. How many times do you need to go on those boats? Probably once. They just enhance it. I feel like that's an okay trade.
Is it PDA?
That's not PDA. That doesn't even count as PDA. That's like,
There was a picture of them on the boat, like pretty in the open.
It's an illicit act.
yeah. It's what's the other word for that?
Are you a big PDA guy?
No.
No?
No.
Interesting.
Depends on how you define PDA.
Like, are you like...
I'm not smooching.
Yeah, and you don't like the near nibbles in public. That would be a
The
bridge.
what?
The ear nibbles?
No.
That would be a bridge too far.
Yeah,
That would
can't
be-
do that. Can't do that. But if like you're waiting in line and you want to like just kind of lean against me or something like that, or go for a hug or something, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we asked this before? Say like you're, I don't know, prime PDA age, if there's an age, so like 21, 20, just
I think it's
recklessly
younger
drunk.
than that. I have like vivid memories of like being in 8th grade and people in line at Six Flags, and I feel like that was like the PDA
God.
center of the world.
They're like leaning on you while they're making out with each
Yeah.
other.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
waiting for the
Was
American
like,
Eagle.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
a fantastic point.
Thank you. I make money on this show.
Well, you're right, though. There's something about those guardrails and those
It
chains
is.
that
It
makes
brings it
people
out.
just all leaning up against each other.
Mhm.
They're a little afraid maybe before the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And
But there's also
discomfort.
no like real parental supervision. It's just like you're in this mass of people. Do whatever you want.
Probably got a stuffed animal, so you got like
You're buzzing.
you got Wiley the Coyote under your arm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got
Yeah. From the
Yeah.
ring toss game or whatever.
Guys just feeling up a girl while Bugs Bunny is coming up from behind him.
Yeah, I was.
But if you were like, say, 18, 19, you're like, oh, I don't want to do PDA. It's gross. Like, all my buddies are at the bar. It's embarrassing. But are you doing PDA over like not making out with a hot girl at all?
that. I mean, this goes back to your
yeah.
your
Have I
buddy.
asked that?
Yeah,
Nope.
you had like somebody you knew had a similar situation.
I can
Just
remember
got
if it was a
sniped
show.
in country club.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did ask this. Okay.
Like, so it's like obviously the girl's hot. You want to make out with her, but it's like now or never, bro.
Yes.
But it depends on like that is the thing because you might be able to like sneak one or two, but you can't be if you're in the bar making out for more than like 2 minutes. That's a problem.
But
Big
does it
time.
matter who it is?
Yes, it does matter,
Yeah.
or it doesn't matter.
Does not matter?
No, because if it's this is gonna. I don't even know if I want to say this out. It make you sound like a fucking hardo, but
Well,
if
yeah, you should feel terrible. Your last
Why?
podcast interaction with Hannah is putting down her her
Wow.
situation.
Guilt tripping.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe she learned from
reasonable.
it.
Reasonable people can disagree about not giving in to every fucking whim you have. But anyways, but yeah, it was just like so. If something is going to happen, you probably know early. If you just keep going for like the bar makeout, then yeah, I think you can't just sit around making out at a bar.
Yeah. Put it this way. You're getting shit on not for like however the girl looks like. You're getting shit on just for having PDA in general.
Yes, but if you're once in a million rocket,
Yeah.
like I think there should be. Well, it's like when you had sex in Dante's bar. in the upstairs of Upper.
He took her into the janitor's closet. Okay.
I did not. There was no sex. There's really no anything, and there wasn't PDA because there was only 2 of us there.
Yeah, he went full Six Flags line.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that was rude of me.
You love that story, fucking Dante.
It's he was the one who really put it over the top.
Yeah, because it was like 0%. Well, not 0%, but there was no like.
He was like the furniture was flipped.
Yeah, but it was just like it was
a condom
like
under the table.
But like what was happening?
He said that, right?
Who knows what he said, but we could have done the exact same thing out in the public area of the bar, and it would have been fine. It would have been like people like, oh, they're making out at the bar. That's all it was. We would have judged. I would have been judged for the PDA, but that was it. It wasn't anything too scandalous. Thanks for saying she was a 1 in a million rocket, though.
Well, but I'm like, that's my point, though. Like, if you always use the example of Sydney Sweeney, but if she just like zeroes in on you, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
But how long would you let it go on before you're like, hey, you want to get out of here or something? And if she's like, no, I'm cool to just stay here and make out, I think I'd be like, I don't think I want to stay here and make out.
Right. You're committing to the make out in the first place because you think it's going to lead to
right.
Mm-hmm.
So you just establish, what the plan is.
Well, Danny's
the plan is to stay and make out. What? Say it.
He's going to say a lie. Let's hear it.
He's a big fan of the hand dividers. Like, he thinks that he puts the Wilson gates over his mouth in the girl's mouth, and he thinks.
Oh, no one can see that. Just making out behind menus and stuff
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Just using the gates, the hand gates.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just putting a menu up.
A menu is a nice, great wall of Danny, so he can make out behind it. Yeah.
In front of the candle.
That's almost happened before, and I think that's why you're fucking bringing it up.
I watched it happen to him.
I didn't do it. This girl, like, I don't know, she wanted to kiss me in a bar, and I was like, can't do that, especially with this job, especially with Eddie right there looking at us. And so I was like, I'm not.
Sounds like this was not that long ago.
I was like, yeah, not gonna do it. And then I said, I'm not going to make out in front of all these people. And then she just puts her hand up like this. I was like, I don't know how much that changes things.
Did it work?
No.
Okay.
Well, there was a moment where you... No, I'm kidding. I can't slander you.
I saw this guy
you slander everyone else.
I saw this guy with his phone ready.
Dude, I was over there. Dude's girl, she kept trying to make out with me. I'm like, she keeps putting her hands up like that's going to fucking cover the whole thing.
What bar was this?
Country Club.
Oh.
The home of PDA. Country Club is the new Six Flags, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. You just get a fucking Morgan Wallen 8x10 mug shot instead of the Road Runner.
And get them riled up.
Yeah. You get the Tasmanian Devil basketball.
You guys must be going there at different hours of the day than me, because I feel like the last couple times I've been there, I go there. That's like my pregame cup spot. And I feel like they're, maybe it's too early in the night for any PDA or girls in general.
Maybe. I don't know. But this girl was on one.
You could say that.
She was on one. To say the least.
I was just waiting for, there's been a new login to Barstool Chicago.
That was the same day where I professed my love to White Sox Day.
That was opening day.
Love was in the air.
Yeah, it was opening day. Yeah.
Hope springs eternal. Yeah.
What did I say about baseball, Chief?
It's romantic.
Yeah. See?
It is. Yep.
Shame on Danny for not feeling the romance at Country Club. Yep. I love that. I need to. Now I need like a 6.
You don't need anything.
Danny needs to have more embarrassing moments. I feel like we've all had them, and he just kind of.
I have plenty. I think I get shit on not more than Dave, but I'm right up there.
No, but like we shit on you, but it's like, if we're being honest, it's all fake stuff that we make up. I want you to have like more genuinely embarrassing moments on camera that we can talk about.
It's hard when you're behind the camera most of the time. Control the narrative.
Yeah, you do get to control the narrative.
Yeah. No wonder Dave hates you so much.
Yeah. I no wonder why
you're out to get him.
It's hard when he's throwing me alley-oops every day.
I wonder why Dave has so many bad moments. It's not his fault.
I didn't tell him to go head first into a Velcro wall.
That was me and Eddie. He blames us for that.
If I say I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. We gotta have him on one of these one day and just enter a midway. Like, see if like the feng shui of the room could like change, you know? Because like we know what a podcast, like we do the mid show twice a week. Like we know what a podcast with the four of us is like, you know? But
if you like rearrange the seats,
yes, does the vibe change?
Let's
Like,
put Dave at the kids' table for a free swim.
he would.
Dude, that would be so fucking funny.
He would lose his fucking mind. I think.
Danny, get over here.
I wonder if there's some truth to that. I wonder if we should also tell them that the microphones aren't on. But what they are.
We aren't live.
Yeah. Just see what happens.
Yeah, man. Well, he'll accuse me of being coy, and then the whole conversation too. Like I almost want to retell it from yesterday's mid show about how when he always thinks I'm pulling the wool over his eyes or I'm pulling the rug out from under him.
Yeah.
About how the early check-in at the hotel was just unbelievable.
Like you could have told me.
Yeah. You would have thought I had like a way to get an extra $1,000 out of an ATM, and I didn't tell him.
No, but like his, Ed, it might as well be $100,000, okay? Because he thinking of something more than a day in advance is like a superpower. Like, what's Ed's superpower? He can plan 48 hours ahead. That's really all it is.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I'm like a very funny clip was. I mean, Elton John gate, whatever, got a little ugly between Dave and Carl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that, but at the end of that, you and him have a moment in this room, and you're like, hey, like, this is just one of these moments where your brain's got to be a little better, dude. And he's like, I know, I live with it every day. And it's just, the way he said it was just like,
yeah,
this fucking thing.
You don't think I know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine carrying that around in your head, like you're carrying around your shoulders every day, and it doesn't work.
It works. It works.
I'm kidding.
It works. Kidding. But yeah, like there's, this goes back to like the 2019 where we did that video where we had to hire him somebody to think for him because I had always done that job. I had always been the one who thinks for Dave, and I just like I can't do it anymore. I can't be your thinker anymore. So we had to find him a thinker. Still looking. Want ads are still out there.
Yeah, it's still on Indeed.
Still on Indeed. All right, then. Anything else before we wrap up?
Nah.
No, you exposed enough.
I don't think I exposed anything.
What's it called? Fright Fest is coming up at Six Flags. You're probably headed there.
Who are you making out with there?
I don't know. If someone wants to get me a fucking...
The Raging Bull line might as well be Lover's Lane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If someone
Babies were made in that line.
If someone wants to bring Lola Bunny dressed up as Superwoman on a whatever,
You're down.
I'm in,
Yeah.
I'm in. Now I really want like a Tasmanian Devil or Roadrunner ball like in Country Club.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
For the new office.
Yeah, exactly. All right, then. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, I'm joined by a reseller, like resells like shoes.
Oh.
You know him. We met him.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
The way you said it, my brain went to a different place.
No, you're right. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to. Well, you'll hear from him tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun interview. Interesting stuff.
Tune in, subscribe, get us to 100K.
Get us to 100K, please.
We're close.
Please. Megan Making Money joins into the interview as well. So
we are begging.
Exactly.
We only need 6.5 thousand more. So tell all your friends.
That's it. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you all tomorrow.